Welcome to night number 92 of History Bedtime Stories. We're in our pajamas, in bed, and tonight we're talking about Nike. Not the shoe, not the Greek god of victory, but Nike air missiles and Nike air defense. This is the American end of defense during the Soviet, Russian, and American Cold War. The Cold War was the first time that nuclear annihilation was really on the table, and the American military, as a system of defending American cities, places Nike air missile stations throughout America. Detroit and the Detroit metro area had nearly a dozen missile sites, one of which was on Belle Isle in the middle of the Detroit River. That Nike air defense station had the job of receiving an enemy aircraft on radar and then shooting down that enemy aircraft using a Nike Hercules missile. These Hercules missiles were huge. Imagine them like 3 sedan cars, bumper to bumper to bumper, 40 feet long, 6 feet wide, and weighing over 10,000 pounds. Deployed as an anti-aircraft missile, they were really employed to help fight what could have been a nuclear war. Luckily, the Cold War stayed cold, and tactics like duck and cover that were taught in the schools, literally having students get under their desk, put their hands over their head, and duck and cover against nuclear attack, never had to be tested. Now, if you're of a certain age, you remember duck and cover. You might remember one of your neighbors building a safe zone in their backyard, literally building a bunker out of thick concrete. And for those of you who are younger, looking at your parents saying, Mom, Dad, Grandma, what's ducking under my wooden school desk gonna do if a nuclear bomb hits? You're right. It really wasn't going to offer much protection. It was more an option for the fallout if the building collapsed or if shrapnel was thrown. However, against a nuclear bomb, that wooden school desk wasn't going to do much. But luckily, as I said, the Cold War stays cold, and by the 1970s, all of this technology is considered so obsolete that they decommissioned the Nike missile stations, including the one on Belle Isle. All of the equipment is removed. Of course, the missiles are removed. And the bunker is filled in with concrete from over 4 dozen concrete trucks. Today, it's nothing more than a little bump in the grass out on Belle Isle. But at one time, it was Detroit's first defense against Soviet-Russian attack. I hope you are enjoying History Bedtime Stories. If you remember ducking and covering or any other precautionary method of the Cold War, we'd love to hear about it in the comments section below. If you film a little video telling us about your experience of the Cold War in Detroit, we will reward you handsomely with holographic City of Detroit stickers. Wash your hands, and we'll see you tomorrow night.